Lucy Alice, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Ragnarok, morning, morning. Thank you for joining. We're trying to finish this up if we can this morning, I hope. This is the last piece to the whole piece. So if we can finish this. Kurt Keeley, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate the compliments. Dicassetti, or what is it? Dicassetti or Dikis, Taiwan. Thank you. Appreciate it. All we're doing there, I'm going to try to zoom in and see if you can see it. Just those tiny little accents will make a difference when we go in with the inking. So they're super tiny, but Ragnarok, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Have a good day. The Keys Taiwan, thank you for subscribing. Kebgo. So for YouTube policy, no, this is a piece of steel. Wink, wink, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, this is a piece of art. This is what we're doing. Unfortunately, YouTube policy kind of controls my art form quite a bit. Now, this art piece is eventually going to go up for sale, guys, so it'll be available. The unprofessionals. Yes, I am. I'm under. Shoot, I'm under a microscope, but I'm trying to think. So usually I'm at like 10x. I'd say about 10x. Right now I am at 40x zoom to be able to see just, I mean, like literally hairline stuff. Like to give you an idea of just, so yeah, I'm working with tiny little bits. Appreciate you guys subscribing. Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of weird. Sometimes I'm hit and miss sometimes with my live. Sometimes they're doing great, and other days like today they're not doing great. Unprofessionals, yeah, I've noticed that. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm under the microscope and having to respond to some people. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It's a piece of steel, Dave Wen. And olives. So I learned through YouTube and just self-taught and kind of ruining pieces. And honestly, practice plates is huge. A big one to try on is like on jewelry. So this is like a pendant that I'm making, and just you can always engrave on jewelry. Soft metals are really nice. Arian, I appreciate it. I don't know about impeccable, but I'm trying to get better. I'm not quite to the master engraver status, but I've still got a few years. I'm gonna guess at least 5 more years minimum before I even get slightly looked at. If I keep going at the rate I'm going. Theater 2021. So I was dumb and I started buying dumb equipment like from Amazon and doing all the dumb stuff. So I even bought like the Fordham Power Graver, thinking that maybe that was it, trying to go cheap. Honestly, if I done it right, it should cost you about $3,000 if you do it right. Um, and that's like getting some nice equipment, some like decent equipment, $3,000. If you're looking to go really, really cheap, I would suggest getting like a magnifying visor, an optivisor, and then getting yourself either some push tools, kind of like some push gravers, kind of like this one right here. Those are pretty nice, and then getting yourself a chaser. I would go with the GRS chaser, like this one right here, and you can probably do it for a couple $100 and just hammer and chisel. Theater 2021, design skills and drawing skills, number one thing, and then hammer and chaser, and then learning how to sharpen your tools. Yeah, professionals, it is pneumatic. What you see me doing there is a cross hatch, and it's a tiny, tiny detail, guys. Such a tiny, tiny detail. Let's see my finger. That cross hatch, but when you ink it, it catches the ink and it helps. It helps the shading. Just makes it look a lot more professional. Is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. But any good artist would know that, yeah, you just got to work on the shading portion to give form to your piece, and that's why I do it. All right, sorry about that. Brady's, no, we don't talk about Fight Club on here. It's a piece of steel. Big Hugh, it's Mafia Siciliana music, or like the what is it? The Godfather ambience. There we go. Which I think is suiting for what we're doing here. Toasted burned. I'll show it here in a bit. Bradsley, no worries, man. It's just at least you're part of the club now. We just don't talk about Fight Club. Just because YouTube can really, YouTube does not like me on here. Let's just say that. YouTube doesn't like artists, apparently. All right, last little bit of shading, and I'm super excited because then my favorite part is the next part. So I love inking. All right, guys, that pretty much does it. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna clean it real fast. I'm gonna brush it, with a little bit of acetone, make sure everything looks clean. So give me 1 second while I get this. A little bit of acetone, that's what we get, and then we just brush it. Make sure to try to brush any of the inside crevices, clean any of the wax out from the transfer. Arson, this is stainless steel, so we are not going to be bluing it. But no, if we were doing it, we would blue afterwards. So bluing takes, like, treatment takes is after the fact if we were going to do something like that. All right. That looks clean now. All right, we're going to ink it real fast. All right, this is the change. All right, let's get some paint in there. And you don't need a lot of paint. It's just and we use enamel. That's what we use. Is just enamel paint because it's pretty durable and it gets into all these little crevices and it just stays. Gage Walker. That's funny. Like, I mean, you could do it. It's just going to take you a while. I like I tell people, everybody can learn this art, and I think you should learn this art. All right, if you guys are wondering what this is an agate stone. So just your regular agate. It's been polished. And the reason I use this is if there's any burrs or anything like that from the engraving that we've kind of popped up that we haven't already taken care of, the agate stone helps basically either push them down or smooth them out, and it's polished, so it just helps do that. So that's why I do it with this. This is my own technique. I haven't seen anybody else really do this to finish their stuff off, but I like it. It smooths stuff out, makes stuff look really clean. All right, let me clean up some of this stuff real fast. What I mean by clean up, I mean just some of the ink on the edges that I see. Fantastic. All right. I'm super happy with that. So we are done with that. I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of, I can't show you the full setup, okay? Because YouTube policy. I've got to keep stuff taped up. But yeah, that's it right there. And I'm going to show you guys the top slide, the top steel piece. Let's see if I can. We're gonna have to shift over this way. Personally, I'm a huge fan of like the Colt back here. This was a hand done as well right here. But I switched up the design just slightly. In fact, we need to ink this one a little bit more. I'm gonna ink it just slightly. That's funny. And it's crazy. You can see the difference between like, so this is my hand engraving when you engrave, and this is the factory has pressing. So you can see the press, how it deformed the metal. And so that's why you don't get near as clean of an engraving or a mark when it's pressed like that from factory compared to hand engraved. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna be signing out. I'll go ahead and post the finished product when I'm done with it here in the next day or so. I'm making some custom grips, some Delta Elite grips for this. So that'll come in next. Appreciate it, guys. Until next time, Tio Lalo's out. Peace.